either, do you want me to teach? Do you want me to observe? Do you want me to help? And then at the end of the day, we would debrief with her, and that's when she would say, all right, this is what I observed. Why don't we try this? Or how do you feel about this? And it was never something like, you need to do this. It was like, let's talk about it and see what we can do together to make it better. And also the culturally responsive piece, like Laurie said about kids' voices. I mean, I have L's, and I know they all come from different countries, you know, but like, in all honesty, this is the first year that we delved into their own background. And like, I did a whole unit based on where they all individually came from, and they loved it.
And I think to add on to what Carmela said, not only were we debriefing constantly with Maureen, but anytime we did anything in the classroom and Maureen was there to either co-teach or observe or help out, we were debriefing with the kids constantly. I mean, we would do a lesson and 10 minutes in, I'm stopping everybody and saying, okay, I need some feedback. And then 20 minutes later, okay, I need some feedback. And based on what the kids were giving us for feedback, we would then sit down and revise our plan or change our plan or add something in. And it's amazing what the kids come up with for solutions on how to make things better. And they just surprise you, and it works, and it's their idea, and they're invested in it once you add it into what's happening in the classroom.
And we used to frame in my classroom the same thing. We piggyback off the kids' ideas all the time, but it's so empowering for kids to have people, just in general, to have a voice, to see the voices being heard, and then to see it acted upon. And then there were results from that, and that's hugely empowering. And so the kids we would say, even if we were going to try something new, we'd kind of frame it like, all right, we're going to try it like this. This is what we decided. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But it's that they knew they could rely on that reflective piece. We could talk about it. What was, what felt comfortable, what felt like something we want to keep, what do we maybe need to get rid of. And that would be the physical space. When we were doing stations, they had a hard time beginning, so somebody was like, can we just have extra time in the first station, because just to get acclimated and going, because that's all they needed at that point. But it's continually reflecting, and so that it becomes almost second nature. That's it, like, I relied on their voice and their reflection and their debriefing and their input so much. I didn't realize it until I started to actually plan again for as we start to talk about this upcoming year, and I'm kind of like, well, I can do, and then I'm like, but I really need to know what this group looks like and what their thoughts are and their feelings and their opinions, and I'm like, look at me.
And then you know they have it, because by the end of the year, they're like, I suggest, and they're constantly suggesting on how things can be better. And we never just took an idea and said, okay, we're done with it.
No,
we always just took it and said, okay, how can we tweak it to make it better, or what little piece isn't working? So we weren't just throwing away everything and starting from scratch again.
It's a panel, so I can ask a question. So,